For my part, I was also looking at immediate feedback. We were reading the novel called Nothing But the Truth with 7th graders, and the standards this lesson was addressing is Reading and Learning 7.1, which is citing textual evidence from a piece of literature, and then Speaking and Listening 7.1D, which is speaking, acknowledging others' info and changing yours when needed. So really, we've been talking about textual evidence all year, and I don't know that it was really making the connection. And so we instead of asking, giving them questions 1, 2, 3, and 4, and saying talk about it using textual evidence, we had to get them to get there themselves. And so this was not like the first try that, we felt like this one's successful, but it took us a while to get there. When I say we, it's Brian and I in our co-talk classroom. So this is the example from the Nothing But the Truth. The assignment was to find in the text a piece of evidence that supported one of the characters. And on a note card, tell us what page numbers, what kind of media it was, if it was a radio show, a newspaper, a phone conversation, or a letter to one of the people. And the last thing was tell who it supported. It really came down to between two characters, Miss Narwin, the teacher, or Philip Malloy, the student. And so we get this up on a poster that is right here. So this is where these were posted, and these are all different class periods. So they can also use, look at other classes to see what they were using. But in this specific example, this person put up page 118, 119, articles from the Manchester Record, and suspended for patriotism. It's very close to meeting the goal, but it's not completely meet the goal. So when we were seeing this happen a lot because we were roaming the room and they were working in, I think, 3 or 4 different groups. So we were able to see this. So that we started to talk about it as in, like, they're not getting it. Again, we designed this lesson and it's not happening. What can we do right now to change it? So we stopped everybody, they went back to their seats, and we went over the poster together. And we brought over a recycling bin and said, we're going to recycle the ones that aren't useful to us, that are not accomplishing the goal. Or, since this was done anonymously, we gave them the option, if you want to own up, come up and change it, you can do that, come up. This person said, well, that's mine, and all I need to do is say it's in support of Philip. So then they've completely accomplished the goal. They've used textual evidence. They've done everything we've asked them to do, and it was able to stay. Another thing that we found during this lesson was the kids are much more harsh on each other than we would have been. That's trash. And I said, well, it's not trash, we'll recycle it. They didn't quite get that concept. They wanted to throw things away right now if it wasn't exactly what we wanted. But through that, we were able to get a lot of motivation. The student motivation was, they were having fun with it. And helping each other out, and like I said, throwing each other's work away. And not too many did come up and say, oh, that's mine, I want to change it. A few here and there, but not a ton. But that was okay, because they were still being able to engage in the lesson, and we really feel like at the end of the lesson, we ran out of time, came back the next day, and it was rolling. They were getting it. They were saying, well, I know this is true because on this page it tells me it's true. So they were definitely citing textual evidence. And it goes back to the standard of speaking, listening. They were hearing what others said and adjusting their own. So engagement and the growth. We were able to see growth in this lesson. We didn't use a whole lot of technology with this lesson, but they're getting that all over the place. So it's also okay to use old note cards every once in a while.